I have returned. I am back where I belong. In the big, huge, black abyss of nothing. With only a chair here. With me sitting on it with the light shining down on me. And since I'm wearing a mask, it's making me very sweaty. But that's how I like it. That's how we were for a whole TV season. The last time you saw me was 4 months ago. For me, it feels a little bit more recent, because of time travel. But I am back now, with a little bit of changes here and there. The personal vlogs will be separate from the main Vlillain vlogs, but that doesn't mean you still won't get them. You will still get them, but it's just that they're separate videos now. But as I was away, there were no super villainy that happened. Okay, sure there were in a couple of movies and whatnot, but there was no super villainy that happened on the TV. Thanks to me, apparently. Yes, apparently I am the Jesus of super villainy. All the super villainy relies on me. When I leave, so does it. But when I return, so does the super villainy. So we have all of these super villain TV shows coming back. I know what you're thinking, but Bloodnofsky, don't you mean superhero shows? Oh, for fuck you, I only watch shows for this villainy. For the super villainy. That's why I watch those shows, so it's all about perspective. Yes, we've got twice as many shows as we usually do. Last time we had 4 regularly, but unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to one of them. Goodbye, Constantine. I will miss you. Not you personally, but your super villains. Ugh. Nevermore will we see Papa Midnight, which is kind of sad. I heard that he apparently disappeared on top of a mountain in a Terminator review or something. I don't know what that bullshit is. But anyway, what matters is that I am back, and I am going to cover all of this new super villainy that has arose now that we are back for a second season. Yes, but with all the new villainy we have, of course, to accompany it, is the old villainy. Yes, the shows we already had the first season that we will continue on with this season. Yes, it can't be all at once like a huge, big open floodgate. No, we have to gradually ease into it. You know, you can't just dive into the pool. You have to gradually tiptoe in there. And so this week we only have 2 shows to talk about. 2 super villainy shows. And one of them, of course, is Gotham. Yes, Gotham has returned. It's always the early bird. It always seems to be the first one in line to always show up. It's like that bratty little kid in elementary school that's like, I'm the teacher's pet. I was the first one here. Yay! I deserve an apple. And I'm like, fuck you, kid. Don't be brat. Fuck you. But anyway, now I know a lot of people don't like Gotham and continue to not like it, and they continue to complain like, oh, the villains are old. They're gonna be old by the time he's Batman. And I'm like, hey, fuck you for saying that for the 560,000th time. Yes, we get it. We heard that all the time last season. Okay, move the fuck along. Complain about something else about the show. Anything. Other than that, Jesus Christ, it's like every person who says that doesn't realize that 20,000 other people have said it too. Jesus Christ. Keep in mind the perspective, because from your perspective, you're like, all these villains popping up on Gotham before Bruce Wayne even becomes Batman. But from my perspective, I'm like, oh gee golly, this is freaking awesome. All of these supervillains coming out of the woodwork. Oh, and they're all able to stomp on Batman's little boy body. Oh, I love it. I love Gotham for that reason. It's always rich with supervillainy teeming all inside of it. Now, this week's episode of the season premiere of season 2 of Gotham. Hey, just like us! Yay, we're season 2 bros. Anyway, this week it was divided into 2 different factions of supervillainy. The first faction that we will talk about, the first section of supervillainy, actually is covered by one of the villains himself. Yes, we have a personal Vlillain vlog this week. It is in the description below as a link. So you can go watch it, or you can go check out our channel and see it there. But the point is, watch it, or else I'll do something bad. But anyway, yes. But you see, what was villainous about it was that this section of villainy is responsible for Gordon doing no good this season. Yes, Gordon has returned. Oh, God dang it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, why are you talking about Gordon? Isn't he a goody two-shoes? Well, yes, he is. However, he's been doing a lot of bad recently. Oh, yes. And because of that, his mind is slowly getting more and more corrupt. Now, I know inevitably this will probably mean he'll eventually overcome all of that corruptness, but for now, I just wanna bask in it, the niceness of corruption, because Loeb is up his ass, way up his ass, so he pushes Gordon to rely on the Penguin. Yes, rely on the Penguin, and so he pulls a favor for the Penguin by stealing some money. Bitch, you stole my money? Yeah, he stole his money, and as a result, the Penguin now owes him a solid, and that solid is to get rid of Commissioner Loeb. Bye, Loeb, you've been fun. Yeah, good old Loeb. He's not really a supervillain by any stretch of the imagination. However, Loeb is sort of that, he is that sort of helper of villainy. He's like the guy who's like, I'm gonna help you guys. Just don't hurt me, please. But they hurt him anyway. So yes, so Loeb is temporarily out of the picture, and because of that, this takes the attention of the leader of the second faction of supervillainy this episode has to offer. Yes, the first one is the Penguin's faction, and the other is Theo's faction. Yes, Theo, a high upper politician man. Yes. Now, there's not much known about Theo. Apparently, he's a made-up character. Hi, I'm Theo. I'm made up. But anyway, Theo, contrary to popular belief, is not a Huxtable. Thank God. Don't get raped by Bill Cosby. But anyway, no. You see, Theo is the big brother of Tigress. Yes, Tigress is on the show now. She has nothing to do with Artemis. Sorry, Young Justice fans. Fuck you, apparently. This has nothing to do with that, so I don't know why they made her Tigress. But yeah, she's Tigress. And so she's the little sister of Theo, and is a different race than him, so I guess we're going to find out that eventually. I mean, we found out the race difference between Sue and Johnny in the Shit-tastic 4 movies, so I guess we're going to find out the difference here. But anyway, but the point is that Theo's plan is to be more organized with the villainy, which is very good, because before, the villainy was very here and there. It was very disorganized. It was all splotchy, like, oh, here's some villainy over there, here's some villainy over here. But it was mostly gangster stuff. But now the gangster stuff has taken a little bit of a low, so that we can have all this super villainy now. And this time, apparently Theo is very well-minded, because his mentality towards this is that the villainy has to be more organized. We can't have it be all blocked out now, all blotched out and stuff, with huge big old blobs of it. No, it has to be organized. So what he does is he gets 6 villains a part of a team. Yes, he's organizing it. He gets 6 individuals from Arkham Asylum, thanks to a crazy big butt man who thought he was a dragon or something, and apparently he chased the dragon too many times because he's dead. Goodbye, Dragon Man! I probably won't miss you, but anyway, But what he did was he brought 6 individuals over to Theo. And these 6 individuals are the guy who may or may not be Black Mask, yay! Some big bald guy, yay! Some messy guy who looks like Josh Gad's poor homeless brother. He looks like he could be the homeless brother of Josh Gad. Yay! Some other dude who has a weird looking smile. He kind of has a troll face. Yay! And the ginger boy who last season was implied to possibly be the Joker. Well, are you or are you not? Shit or get off the pot, okay? I went through a whole big spiel last season, a whole big freak out panic attack, because I thought you were the Joker, but are you really? Are you really? The ginger boy's name, by the way, is Jerome. And it seems kind of obvious that, yeah, he's probably the Joker, because why else would they give him a really weird-sounding name that begins with a J? I mean, is Jerome even a freaking name? I mean, what the fuck? So, yes, so the kid who obviously is probably Joker, but we don't exactly know yet, I think he is a part of a new team organized by Theo. But wait a minute, I only mentioned 5 individuals. Yes, there is one more that will be a part of this elite team ran by Theo. And that one last individual is Barbara! 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 Yes, Barbara is here. Yes! Yay! She gets to still be a super villain, and she does super villainous stuff throughout the episode, like requesting a phone call from the guy who might not be Black Mask, and she calls up Gordon and is like, "Hey Gordon, let's keep having sex." And Gordon is like, "No, fuck you. Haven't you seen the last season? I'm in love with the chick from Firefly, and also she's in love with Deadpool too. But I don't care because I love her." And she's like, "Oh, fine then. I'm gonna death threat her. Death threat. I'm like a YouTube commenter." But yes. So she has proven her super villainy. I mean, sure, that character was never meant to be a villain in the comic books, and I'm pretty sure the writers pulled this out of their ass, like, hey, let's make Barbara a super villain for the hell of it. But I don't care. The more the merrier. I don't mind if a character who wasn't really meant to be a super villain is one, because the writers are like, we're writer's block. Let's just do whatever. Let's just throw anything at the target and see what sticks. And this is it. Barbara being a super villain. I mean, it's going to be weird now, what with Barbara Gordon, to see, like, why is she named after this psychopathic bitch? But yes, so we've got Barbara here, and she's great. You know what? This is how she should be. A lot of people have been complaining about her, but I think it's because she hadn't found her true calling, and now she does, as one of us. And now that she has accepted her position, a part of this organization that Theo has started. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Also, Riddler has a split personality. What the fuck? Isn't that Two-Face's thing? What the hell, Riddler? That's not your thing. Your thing is to do, like, complicated riddles and whatnot. You're not supposed to be the one who has a split personality. But what the fuck is going on? Tell your reflection on the mirror to shut up. It's like talking to a mirror. So yes, so that is Gotham. Let's move on now to another show. Now you could say this next show is new, or you could say that this next show is one that we've seen before. But we've never tackled it on the Super Villain vlogs, because this is an epic return for the show. Of course, I am talking about Heroes. Yes, you are correct in guessing. I am talking about Heroes, yes. Now, of course, with a name like that, I should be like, yeah, gross, cooties. But no, you see, Heroes had its fair share of super villains. Yes, throughout their seasons, they had quite a few. The most glorious of one was the one that was introduced in season 1, which was Sylar. Oh, the great, beautiful Sylar. I can't wait to see his return to the show, now that it's back. Oh, wait, he's gone. Okay, fine. Well, we got season 2, where we had the evil immortal dude. Oh, yes, the immortal dude. I can't wait to oh, that's right, he got immediately killed off in season 3. God damn it! And what was horrible was that in season 3, the whole theme was super villains. It was super villains. Well, at least half of the season was. And we thought, oh, that was great. Oh, all kinds of villains coming out of the woodwork all together in one room. Oh, it's gonna be glorious. And then it turns out that we never really saw all of them together, even though it was implied that we would. So instead, they just all died. What the fuck? Ugh. Yeah, and he was one of them. Jesus Christ. Ugh. So then we got so then we got the second half that was more about fugitives. So it was more like the government being the villain. But then they're like, screw it, let's just make Sylar the villain. Which I can understand, since he is friggin' cool. Well, he's gone for some reason. And, so the following season, which was supposedly the final season for this show, was one that included carnival freaks. Yes, carnies. And it was led by the man who eventually became Clock King. And because of that, because he's too busy being Clock King, he probably won't return for another season. Which is okay, because he kind of came out of that as a wuss. So yes. So the way that the final season of Heroes, supposedly the final season, ended was one of the superpowered characters. Yes, because the whole premise of the show is that there's a new stage of evolution. And it's causing certain people to develop superpowers. Each is a different superpower. And so they face, intervening from the government and having to keep their powers a secret and whatnot. Yes, it's exactly like the X-Men except no costumes. Which means it's like the X-Men movies. That joke would have been funny in, 2006. But anyway, more like 2009. But anyway, yes. But the way it ended was, you see, the main thing that makes Heroes different from X-Men is that the the superpowered characters were always secret from the world, So that's what kept it from being too much like X-Men. But in the season finale of where we left them off, one of them decided to come out of the closet, and now he's out of the closet. She's out of the closet, with powers in front of a camera, and now everyone knows. Yes, so that means that it's completely like X-Men now. Oh, yes, so we have... so that means that the universe, the world of the heroes, is now a place where everyone knows about the superpowers. Oh, now let's see how the entire public reacts to this. Oh, how do they react? Well, the show was cancelled. We never knew. We never knew what was going to happen next. Nope, never knew. However, the show found a new life. Yes, it has returned as a mini-series. Yes, it's a show about Mickey Mouse's girlfriend. No, it's a miniature series. Yes, it's about golf. So anyway, so now we have a mini-series to see how everyone's doing ever since then. But for some reason, even though we were really interested in that, instead they were like, nope, we're not going to show you everyone back. No, we're only going to bring just a few people back, a few cameos from certain people, but mostly it's going to be new characters. And at first we're like, Jesus Christ, God damn it. But then again, the world is a big friggin' place, You never know who's going to get a superpower. It could be thousands of people. And so you want to see a lot of stories from that. You can't just keep following the same 14 characters over and over again. No, you want variety. You want new characters, which is what this show is going over. However, now because the show Heroes is not based on any comic book. In fact, it's the other way around. There's a comic book based on it. Because of that, there's no telling who's a supervillain and who's not, sure, there is a bunch of shows before this that I've talked about on this show where, some might be supervillains, but some might not be. But here, there's no telling, anyone, really. There's no telling anybody could be a supervillain on this. Anyone. Anybody. And at the same time, anybody could be a superhero. So it's a very dangerous minefield I've gotten myself into this season. Yes, some people might be villainous, and I'm like, oh cool, yay! But then they might betray me and become superheroic, and I'm like, oh no! And vice versa, too. So it's going to be very tricky this season, figuring out heroes. So let's try to go over, what characters we have so far, and calculate which ones are villains and which ones are not. And this was a 2-hour episode, so Jesus Christ, I got a lot of work cut out for me. So yes, so first we have the horn-rimmed glasses man. He used to be antagonistic, and I was kind of cool with that, but now he's like, I think he's a flat-out hero, yeah. Yeah, I think he's a hero, since he's like the top-building main guy. So, yep, and plus his daughter died, Claire, and I'm like, oh no, it turns out that the whole slogan for the show was a lie. You can't save the cheerleader to save the world. but anyway, so, because he lost his daughter in a tragedy, although apparently towards the end of this episode, it's implied that maybe that's not true. I think he cuts out his non-villain. So screw yourself, horn-rimmed glasses man. Huh. So who's next? A little boy, well, not a little boy, but a high school boy who's like, who's like this, who can teleport people to other places. He's not a teleporter himself, so he's more like a discount, Nightcrawler, except he doesn't look like a blue demon. So, yeah, I'm thinking he's a hero. Yeah, I thinking he's a hero, because, he's a teenage boy, and, that's the formula for superheroes. So, yeah, I think it's going the Spider-Man route. So screw you, teenage boy, and I'm sure a lot of people I'm sure a lot of teenage boys do want to get screwed, so there you go. I just gave you some good luck. So anyway, who else? Let's see here. The Haitian is back. He was sort of antagonistic, but maybe he'll become antagonistic again. Who knows? Maybe he'll have a turnaround. And he's dead. Ugh. Goodbye, Haitian. It's been so long since we've seen you, and now you died quicker than when you were on Arrow. Bye. Okay, who's next? Some lady who can control light. Who can control light? The Northern Lights. So we didn't really see much of her, but all we do know is that she can apparently break the fourth wall. So okay, fine. Why are you talking to me? You should be talking to a character who I guess is from the perspective of a sorry girl. Too early to call on her. But anyway, who else? Who else is here? We got this katana wielding katana girl. Wait a minute, Katana Girl, aren't you owned by DC? We saw you on Arrow, and also we're about to see you on Suicide Squad. But I joke. She's not Katana. She's Katana Girl. Katana Girl. She keeps talking about searching for her father, so my theory right now is that she's the daughter of Hiro Nakamura. And if you wonder why I think that, considering that Hiro Nakamura wouldn't look like he's that much older than her, but keep in mind he's a freaking time traveler, so take that. But anyway, her power is that she can apparently transport into video games, so I think she's too busy being a video game character to worry about, villainy. So yeah, and plus she's probably the dream of all these boys who play video games and want the character to come to life. I am being very offensive, I think, right now. Anyway, maybe she can use her video game powers to stop Gamergate. I know that's really dated, but shut up! So anyway, Maybe she can use her powers to stop Gamergate. I know that's dated, but shut up. So anyway, who else do we have? Who else is here? We got Zachary Quinto. Now he pretty much seems like a super villain. You know, he's shooting up all the superpowered characters. I mean, we had a whole bunch that each had their own introduction. A man in his underwear in the woods, and a man off the coast of the Wall of China or something, who was flying, and of course they all died in the hands of Zachary Quinto. So maybe that means he's a villain. But however, it seems like his intentions for doing this is because his son died in the big devastation that also killed Claire. Apparently. So if that's the case, then maybe he's not a villain. Maybe he's just, lost and he's trying to find himself or something. Because keep in mind, that's kind of like the origin of Punisher. So, yeah, Punisher's not a villain. That asshole. So it's too dangerous to call him a villain right now. Who knows if he might turn around right now. So who else do we have here? Who else? Yes, the only one who I am 90% sure is a supervillain. The Forget Man. Yes, I didn't know. You probably misheard me and you're probably offended. No, I said Forget Man. Yes, he's a man who makes people forget about things. I'm not sure what he makes them forget about. I mean, at first it seems a lot like the Haitian, but keep in mind this man, on the other hand, gives people pennies in his suitcase. And he's like, penny for your thought. And then the person forgets about what they were thinking about. So maybe instead of him erasing memories, maybe he erases knowledge. So he's not like the Haitian. Although I don't think it matters now, since the Haitian is dead. But yes, so this new man, who is yet to be named. So for now, I'm just going to call him, Forget Phil. Yes, it's a play on Forgetful, because instead of Forgetful, it's Forget Phil. So yes, Forget Phil is the only character who I am almost certain is a supervillain. But keep in mind that we also have that organization from the original series regulating all the superpowered characters, who by the way are now referred to as Evos, because apparently mutant, metahuman, and inhuman were all taken. Although now that I think of it, so was Evo by Generator Rex. But since no one probably watched that show during the millisecond it was on, they're free to use the name Evo. So yes, so they're called Evos. And I am very much interested in Forget Phil. I am very confident that he is a villain. Even though in the advertisement for the next episodes, he's all acting like Yoda to the high school boy, but that doesn't mean he isn't a supervillain. He could still be a villain. There's still hope. I want him to. He's freaking cool with his suit, his business suit, and his flower on his suit, and he's got a nice swingity hat, and he gives people pennies, and he's all cool and eccentric. He looks too much like a classic villain for him to not be. And of course, speaking of costumes, our last character that I'm confident is not a supervillain is some luchador guy who's apparently a legacy character, even though we never saw the legacy before it, because as soon as we did, he died, and now we got a new guy as this luchador to take on the luchador legacy that we did not see until right now. Kind of like Ant-Man, except this character's made up and he's a luchador. Lucha. So yes, so there's that character. Yeah, yep, he's a superhero, alright. Yep, everything is about him as a superhero. Except he doesn't have powers. Oh, that's interesting. So yes, so that is the theorized supervillainy of Heroes Reborn. Yes. It's going to be very interesting with this one, because I'm not sure who is who. Who are the heroes and who are the villains? So it's a matter of discovering it through each episode. So yes, it's going to be a very scientific research for me this season. So yes, there's 2 shows down and another 4 to go. Yes, we're going to have 6 shows a week. Oh, Jesus, I'm going to die from this. Or am I? I probably am gonna die. But that's okay, because I die for you people. And then I'll come back, because I always come back, because I am a super villain. See you next week for more episodes. Oh, I'm back and I feel so good.